Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sorta Interesting podcast, and welcome back to our Batman review series, where we are reviewing Batman movies leading up to the release of The Batman, starring Robert U. Pattinson. U stands for unbelievable. What a great movie. It's out in theaters right now. My name is Christian Patam, and with me is the Iceman himself, the Brown Knight, as they say, Myles, darling. How you doing, Myles?
I'm doing good. I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I mean, we saw The Batman last weekend, so we're going to do a little rundown today of Batman and Robin, but also a little review of The Batman, starring Robert U. Pattinson. But before we begin that, right off the bat, as they say, Myles, I do want to give a shout out to YouTube user RDLX on YouTube, because he left us a very nice comment on our last video here. Starts with a timestamp. It says, at 1903, you had me at Heather Brook. And I was like, yes. This guy gets it. Had me at Heather Brook doing my part to feed the algorithms. He says, I've been catching up on your older cast too. It's good to search for new tubers by the upload date filter instead of the usual promoted YouTubers. And he says, you guys have a lifelong sub. So I appreciate the love.
Thanks, buddy.
From RDLX. Really
Wherever
cool guy.
You are in the world, I'm happy to pump out content.
He's been commenting on all of our stuff, and that was a very nice comment that he left on our last podcast. But let's get into this. We got a lot to go over here. We got a trailer to watch. We got a little Batman mini review. So that trailer, Myles, the Obi-Wan trailer. I told you. Did you watch it already? Or
no?
Okay, good. Are we starting off with that
now? Can you just hurry up?
Okay. All right. Let's start with that then, because I have been edging myself. Okay, Myles, because it's already kind of been spoiled for me. There's so much shit on TikTok, on Reddit, on fucking the Twitters, on Instagram, everywhere. It's hard to get away from it, but I have yet to watch it in its full mast. You know what I'm saying? When it's all the way hard. So let's go ahead and start this trailer. Hold on, let me pause La Musica in the background. All right, let's go here. Can you see the screen here, Myles? Okay. Okay, actually, you know what? I gotta change the window in OBS. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Obi-Wan trailer coming out to Disney Plus. Let's start this.
The fight is done.
It's never done. Don't ever say that ever again, Obi-Wan. Ben, if that's your real name.
Stay hidden.
It's supposed to be Luke. Oh, let's fucking go. The Duel of the Fates, let's fucking go. That shit is so hype.
I got goosebumps. I got chicken skin right now, bro. This is crazy.
Just patience.
Oh, what the fuck?
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion
hanged.
leaves
Lynch.
a trail.
Hey, dude, he was. Yeah.
The Jedi code is like an itch. He cannot help it.
Oh, this looks so dope.
Where is he?
I'm so behind on my Star Wars lore. I don't know shit about anybody.
I don't either, man.
But I know a lightsaber when I see one. Okay. Hayden Christensen's supposed to come back as Darth Vader. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh, that was sick.
Oh, that was sick. God damn. Damn it. Oh, but what's his name? Joel? No. What's that other guy's name from Warrior? What's his?
Yeah, Joel Edgerton.
Edgerton. Yeah, he played. He was Uncle Owen back in. What was it? Revenge of the Sith. Remember when he dropped off the kids to fucking
that's right.
to the farm or whatever. Yeah, so that's crazy to reprise his role.
Owen,
like,
I know I'm on probation.
Uncle Owen, like 20 years later, which is crazy. I can't believe they got him back because he was nothing back then. Now he's a huge star. So for him to bring that back. But Myles, let's get into our Batman review, the Batman review. Hold on, let me change your screen here. But yeah, go ahead and you can go ahead and start. What were your initial impressions or whatever?
I fucking hate this movie. God damn it. This is like one of the worst.
No, not Batman and Robin. The Batman. The Batman.
Oh, the Batman.
The
okay,
Batman.
we're gonna start with the Batman.
Robert Pattinson. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Well, the Batman was absolutely insane. Like it was. I don't know. I think besides the length and some like of the parts that dragged a little bit, nice. It lived up to the hype, in my opinion. I was completely just in. The music had me just
a fucking score, dude.
Just
Michael Giacchino,
me, bro.
Holy
That
shit,
lips
dude.
that grip, they just got me, bro. And I was entranced. I couldn't pull out. It was insane. I would love to watch it again. Maybe not in theater.
It's tough.
But
it's tough. Yeah.
But I'll wait till it comes out and I can stream it because I need a potty break, dude. I don't got. We're adults now, dude. We don't got kid bladders, and that 3 hours is a long time, and we stayed the entire
way
time.
too goddamn long and didn't take a single goddamn pee break. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. But
I think Robert Pattinson hit it out of the park. This is year 2 Batman, so you could see it in his. He pulls off that young, but like he still looks mature. He still acts mature, like
he does have a young man face, doesn't he?
He does, and he's like in that middle school emo phase, with the fucking hair.
Tonight's the night that I will fall for you.
Over again.
Totally, dude. That hair is so fucking. It's so emo, and I love it though. Yeah.
But going back to that, you can see it in his suit, in his gadgets that aren't. They're still a work in progress in a sense, some of the stuff, and I like that about it. That Batmobile is bar none one of the best vehicles I've seen in a fucking.
That scene was so fucking.
It blows all those Fast and Furious cars besides Tokyo Drift. Besides that Veil side.
Oh god, the best. Yeah.
Yeah. You can Veil slide that right in. I think Paul Dano hit it out of the park. He's a great actor. I love him. He's always been one of those actors that just kills every role that he's in, whether it's being stupid, being funny, being serious, and just whatnot. I mean, who was Gordon again?
That was
what's his name?
Shit.
Bernard.
It's Bernard, but fuck, what is his name? Here, I'll look it up at YouTube.
What the hell?
The Batman. God, how do I fucking forget his name?
Oh man, Bernard
Jeffrey
Burn
Wright.
Notice.
Duh, Jeffrey
Burn Notice.
Wright, of course. God, Jeffrey Wright from Westworld.
Do any wrong.
Yeah.
The voice, I love this voice.
Yeah. I thought it was a very good happy medium, right, between Christian Bale's voice and other Batman voices, where it was a little rough, but it wasn't super over the top like this. It was just it was mostly whispering all the time.
You're whispering.
That means
what? That means vagina. What else? Go ahead.
I think you already nailed it. I mean, way too fucking long. It's so goddamn long. 3 goddamn hours. Way too long for any movie, except for maybe a Lord of the Rings movie. But I absolutely loved it. Every second of that movie, I was fucking fully entranced. I didn't think I was bored for a second. But Robert is the fucking shit, man. I love Robert. I cannot wait to see more of him. Right as that movie started, we get that VO from Robert Pattinson, which I was not expecting at all. In all of our Batman watching history, there has never been really a VO like that from Batman. So I really like that. It really reminded me of old detective noir crime movies and stuff like that, where the detective be like, I've been working on this case for 32 years or whatever.
It reminds me of Watchmen,
it's
they're
old school
narrating
shit,
their own kind of their own scenes, kind of.
I love how immediately they establish exactly how long he's already been Batman. He just whips down that folder. It says like Project Gotham, like 2 years or whatever. I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. I like how they're still kind of establishing the relationship with Batman and the police officers, and him and Gordon are basically like partners, but the rest of the police don't trust him. Even the people in Gotham don't really trust him. They don't know him yet, but everybody fears him, especially with that opening scene. Was so cool,
my
dude.
God.
It's like it's dark everywhere and the fucking people are looking in the shadows. They're like, and he's like, I'm just one man, I can't be everywhere. I'm like, but people are still fucking scared of shit, and it's really cool. As far as Paul Dano goes, I did like him for 90% of the movie. I'd say that scene where he's in jail and like without the mask and stuff, I was like, all right, it's a little over the top for me. When he started singing that fucking Ave Maria or whatever, I'm like, okay, dude, like this is a lot going on, and this is already hour 2.5. All right, like this is a lot to be going on right now, but overall, I think he was great in it. I hope we do see more of him, but I think Jeffrey Wright as Gordon was my absolute favorite part of this movie. I was not expecting him to be in it as much as he was, and he was, again, he was working really close with Batman. I didn't think they would be established already with that relationship. I thought it was about to like how we saw in Batman Begins, where it was kind of like a, hey, I don't know who you are, but I guess I kind of trust you. But they're fully like partners in this, and I really like that a lot. Also, all the Batman detective shit was super cool. That was the stuff that I was missing from like the Bale series. He wasn't really a detective that much in that series, but all the stuff where all the stuff with like the contact lens was really cool. You could like get the facial recognition and all that stuff. And
solving the riddles.
All the riddle stuff was fucking awesome. How he like where he was asking that guy on the phone all the riddles, and Batman's like answering in the back. I was like, dude, that's really cool. He knows all the answers to the riddles. That was super cool. And then Zoe and Robert, man, didn't really talk much about Zoe, but Zoe was fucking fantastic, and they have amazing on-screen chemistry, and it was such a great balance with the two characters, especially with being involved in the action, especially when it gets towards the end where they're both kind of in on the action. It's not just Batman. So and of course that Batmobile chase scene, I was fucking literally yelling out loud in the movie. I was like, oh shit, let's go. That part where he fucking does the boost and that little ramp jumps down and he does that boosting. I was like, oh my god, dude, that Batmobile. And just the introduction too, when they showed it and they're like, that camera's just like on it and he's just revving that engine and the car is just like just breathing, and I was like, that is so that was so fucking cool. And they get to the back of it and it's that big ass fucking like jet fighter engine in the back with the big old flame. I'm like, dude, it is so fucking good. And Andy Serkis as Alfred also was a pleasant surprise. Was not expecting that kind of Alfred. I thought it was going to be an old school kind of Alfred, but it was definitely like a new school Alfred where they're also basically like partners. It's not like an average Master Bruce kind of thing where I don't think he called him Master Bruce one time. He was just calling him fucking Bruce. Even Alfred had his own butler, that lady or whatever, right?
That lady, yeah.
But yeah, I honestly I left the movie feeling like I felt like at the end of Spider-Man. Like I felt like inspired. That last VO speech about Batman, he was like, it's not about vengeance anymore. It's about doing it for, the hope of the people of Gotham. And I was like, oh shit, dude, this is inspiring right now. This is you're ascending just superhero shit. It's just being about like a good person and all that stuff. So I was like, it was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't like, there's two things I didn't like. Obviously the length, which, hey, the length of it too long, kind of takes away the rewatchability for me. Like, I don't know if I could watch this again in the movie theaters, to be honest. It's just too long. But and then the second thing was the cameo from confirmed now. It is a Joker scene in that jail scene with Barry, what's his name? From fucking
McCockiner.
Yeah, Barry McCockiner, which fucking trash, dude. Did not need that at all. I think it felt like we were going backwards, like back in like the old DC, like Shazam and all those old DC movies. It's just stuff that we didn't need. I felt like it was maybe something that Warner Brothers or something wanted to include. It just seems so out of place,
I hope they get some feedback. I know that we don't need another Joker. Not right now.
No, we don't.
Not at all.
Not
we
even
were
in the
in need
near
of
future.
of a good Riddler, and we got that.
Yeah.
We could use some other. I mean, well, I don't know. I just don't want the Joker.
No,
It's no knock to the actor. I'm sure he would do a good job, but I'm not here for that.
it's because we have already two such good Jokers already. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if they would have included a Joaquin cameo, just a little one, not a big one, just a little Joaquin cameo, I would have been a little happy with that, you know. But this is we don't need Joker at all. But I do like the darkness of the Riddler in this. It really felt like we were watching like a Saw movie meets Batman. Like, it was dark, it was bloody, it was violent. That opening scene with the Riddler where he's just standing there while the guy's watching TV. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that part was fucking scary, man. And yeah, a lot of that the stuff where he's like recording himself talking with the voiceover thing. I'm like, dude, this is straight up Saw, but with a Batman twist to it. I really enjoyed that. But highly recommended. Go watch Robert F. Pattinson. The F is for franchise. Go watch that. It was really good. Just make sure to get rid of all your liquids beforehand.
Yeah,
it is
don't eat before
3 hours. Yeah, and
Yeah,
don't watch it at like 9 o'clock. Like, I think I chose the perfect time, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, we're out of there. We have time to do stuff after. I was like, because if it was
fight,
if it was any later, I would have fucking fallen asleep probably. So thank God for that.
Yeah.
But Myles, if the people would like to hear our back catalog of our podcast and hear more content like what they just heard, where can they find us, please?
Sortainteresting.com. Also, youtube.com/sortainteresting. Everywhere that podcasts are available, Spotify, the Apple Podcast app, SoundCloud. Also, check us out on Instagram or Twitter. Personal accounts too, Myles Darling, Christian Patam. Music provided by at the Huskies, Taryn Huskies, and
link is below in the description. You could see his whole link tree to all of his social medias, his iTunes and all that stuff. So go buy his album.
Yeah, go check it out. Milky Way.
He was also with us on Saturday watching the movie.
Yeah,
so.
he watched the movie. He liked it too,
and he had to go take a pee. God damn it!
Did.
Yeah.
Only one though.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm afraid because like once you break that seal,
yeah,
it's just
that's why I don't even want to go once.
Yeah, you know, not even once. But yeah, go check us out, sortainteresting.com. Got all the links there.
Yeah,
go
be
watch
like
the rest of
user
our series.
RDLX. Go watch all of them and go comment on them like RDLX has been doing. Let's get into some initial impressions of Batman and Robin. Myles, what do you got for me?
Let's take a big step back here and literally fuck our own face. Okay, this
fuck George Clooney's face. How about that?
Goddamn garbage pale kid movie. This is what we had. This is what I had. You know, this came out in '97. I remember watching this for the first time. Obviously not in theaters. I was at my house. I think it was on HBO at the time.
Wow, you remember that?
Yeah.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. I remember watching HBO in my old living room. Carpet and shitty ass sofa that we had.
There was carpet in that living room?
Yeah, there was. Dude, there was carpet.
What the hell?
In a lot of that house. That's the stairs used to be carpet.
Really?
My parents' room, the office, upstairs.
That whole first floor used to be carpet, huh? That's crazy.
Hell no. And then Megan came along. It was like asthma, fucking all the above. That pet dander just fucked.
Eczema.
And the eczema. Goddamn. Carpet is a nightmare. I do not want carpet. I would like
allergy
I like rugs.
Yeah.
I do not like carpet.
I love carpet just because I could just lay anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I like doing in my old room in Anaheim. Oh, dude, I just lay on my back on the ground. It was awesome. But initial impressions, man, it. I remember watching it for the first time, and my initial impression at the time was, holy shit, I love this. You know, this is so cool. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love Freeze. I love mimicking his voice. Ivy, that was like my crush. Like Uma Thurman.
That was many young boys' first crushes for sure. I mean, that was my first ever crush. I think was Uma Thurman. Yeah.
I mean, it was. I was entranced. I love that scene where they're when she's taking off the
there's
gorilla
something
suit.
about that gorilla where she's like doing that. I'm like, hey, what is
your hand first? I'm like,
yo, what? This monkey's doing something to me. What's going on?
And she falls, and then they're walking with her. I'm like, boy, oh boy. That being said, man, this movie from start to finish was a dumpster fire. I don't know what.
No redeeming moments for you, like, at all. I think it's universal, right, that it is a terrible movie. But did you have any redeeming moments from this where you're like, oh yeah, that is cool? I don't remember that, but that was cool.
Maybe we got some pretty good one-liners from it. A lot from Arnold. Bane was actually Mexican. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He did have, like, his name was like Diego or something. Right?
Yeah, but the guy was white. Come on.
Yeah.
No, the acting all around was bad.
Maybe we'll get to it as we go through the rundown. Maybe there are some things. Maybe I could jog your memory a bit, because honestly, this movie is a terrible fucking movie, but I did think there were some cool shots in this movie, some cool things that were in this that I just totally forgot about. Even as a kid.
Maybe you could jog my memory on this, because I'm just like, I'm beside myself right now.
I mean, even as a kid, you nailed it. I knew that this was a shit movie. I thought it was cool, but I also knew that it was a huge step down from Val Kilmer, because Val Kilmer was my initial Batman. That was not my Batman. Okay, like Val Kilmer was my guy. So this came out after that. I remember watching this and being like, oh, where's fucking
Batman
Val Kilmer?
Forever,
right?
Right?
Yeah, Batman Forever, and then this came out, and I was like, okay, this is definitely a step down, but I'm still interested in it. I was still all in. It's all we had, right? Major crush also on Uma Thurman. Maybe my first crush behind the pink Power Ranger from Power Rangers. Like them two, like they're neck and neck for first love right there. But
Kimberly.
Honestly, Robin, cool as fuck. I like that suit. I am to this day, I still really like that suit. I think it's a very cool modern take on that suit. I thought Mr. Freeze's armor was also cool. I always love me some LED lights in a suit, so that immediately catches my eye. I like all the chromed out stuff on Arnold's suit, but Arnold as a character, as an actor in this is fucking terrible, of course. Honestly, another thing here, Clooney being able to pull off like the graying hair, the old salt and pepper, as they say.
He's the front runner in that. Like he is he's the guy that you think about when you think of peppered.
I did not realize that.
Looks,
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Look,
before the prime of his career, for him to be able to pull that off, I was like, that gives me a lot of confidence, because my shit is fucking. I mean, you can't tell from the camera, but it's in there. Okay, there's whites in there, a lot of whites in there. So for him to, like, I think he was like 35 when this movie came out. So I mean, I'm on that trajectory. Okay, I'm 28 years old and I've got grays already. So for him to be able to pull that off, I'm like, okay, that gives me a little more confidence. I don't look like Clooney, but for him to.
He's a good looking man.
I know, he looks fucking fantastic in this movie. We also get, the bat nips, right? The bat nips was terrible. I don't know what they were thinking, and I honestly think this is hands down the worst bat suit of all time. This bat suit is fucking terrible, and I hate it. It's so slim and tiny, and it's too. You can see all the muscles and stuff with the nips. It's just weird. It's just strange to look like. It looks like he's naked underneath that cape all the time.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
He goes commando in that thing. He comes out, it's just drenched in sweat.
Obviously, it's terrible. But let's get
bad
into
when the best performance in this movie, in my opinion,
I don't even know who
is Freeze's wife in the fucking back to
with zero lines,
with zero lines, zero dialogue, laying there.
In all honesty, I'm trying to think who had the best performance.
Clooney had the best performance. I mean, it's
maybe Alfred. I mean, he was sick, kinda, I guess.
Maybe Alfred. Yeah.
I mean, he was an Alfred that's been he's been through. I think he was even Alfred during the Michael Keaton era, so he was Alfred for a while. So it's like,
okay, maybe Alfred. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into
let's get the fucking
a plot rundown for Batman and Robin.
I didn't know where to put the fuck in this one. I tried fucking Batman and Robin, but
Batman and fucking Robin, huh?
Batman and fucking Robin, or Batman and Robin fucking.
Hey, that's a pretty good one. A little DP action, yeah.
B on R action. You know what I'm saying? For the majority of this rundown, I use B and R as Batman and Robin. Okay. So I'm not gonna say Batman.
What is a B and R? Never mind. I was gonna say B and E. That's breaking.
TNA. Tits and ass. Movie opens with probably one of the most awkward dress up scenes I have ever seen.
Well, before that, Myles, we get that opening credit scene, which with all the flying, letters and the words and stuff, the old, like, it looks like a screensaver from, like, Windows 98 or whatever. But
speaking of Windows 98, that was the theme in all these, like, when they were looking at the videos and shit of the old gray bar at the top, the window format.
Yeah. But I honestly thought this credit scene was hot as fuck, because you could see, like, the two logos come together. Dun, 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 dun. They're, like, making sexuals in the air, and then they fly towards the towards the camera.
This is a time, like, my thoughts have changed on,
because they don't do them anymore.
Like these, I don't like these opening title sequences.
It's very old school.
I do not. I just get to the movie. Let's get to the movie. Maybe it's because I'm impatient.
It was just nostalgia for me seeing that opening credits. I was like, they never do it like this ever anymore. And I was pretty into it. Yeah,
that's true. Where they go through the names, the credits already, like the big the top building.
Yeah.
I could see that. We get
immediate suiting up scene. Yeah,
I don't know why we have these ass shots where they're just it's just on the ass first, like a whole 2 seconds,
and the back crotch as well. Yeah, bat nips.
The back crotch, nipples on the suit. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. They're really puffy.
I don't think anybody was into it. Yeah,
I would have only been into it if Batgirl had it, but.
Yeah, that's like the only one they did put it on, right? Yeah, back
anatomically, that one should be, making sense, but whatever. Then we're introduced to Batman, Robin, Alfred, and the new Batmobile that is just like a Hot Wheels that grew up. It's a Hot Wheels that grew up with the big fin on the back. I think it was at the time, dude. I love this Batmobile. Like, it was dope because I
love the colors of
Hot Wheels.
Yeah,
I had actual Hot Wheel of this Batmobile. I don't know where it's at anymore, but dude, I
had the RC car of this Batmobile.
Oh wow!
And I mean this Batmobile was the shit, right? But he looks so stupid with his fucking head popping out. Like, give him a cockpit or something. Like,
it's a one seater. You got Robin riding not even.
But at least cover it, like put a dome or something. He's catching a bullet to the face. Like, if you're getting shot at, you're catching a bullet to the face. But
you get Max Verstappen over you. Dead,
exactly. You need at least a halo. You need
that halo.
But a couple things here. First of all, this Robin suit. You don't like it, but it's okay. I love it. I love the colors. Like, the colors are fucking awesome with that dark red going across the chest and the black suit. I really like it. I think it's very modern, honestly, for a 20-year-old movie. I think this suit would even work today, honestly. It just lives on forever and ever in my memory. But yeah, that Batmobile, hot. I love the thing in the middle that's spinning, that's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like giving out lights, and all the blue LEDs around it. Really cool. But yeah, that is what it is.
I'm here. See, I don't need. I'm gonna dissect this part.
Yeah,
I don't really need. I don't want Robin this old. I don't want a Robin this old, because then you got to tweak it. Because he would look too kiddie if they didn't change the outfit here. I think Dick at this point should have just been Nightwing, but this wouldn't have resonated. Because people don't know who Nightwing is at the time. People don't.
I think you're right. He should have been, because he was already Robin in the last movie in Batman Forever. So
there you go.
He should have definitely been Nightwing in this. I mean, imagine that suit with no cape and it's just Nightwing. Like, that would have been hot as fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh man, with and I mean, I like the actor himself. He's in a show called Heels.
Yeah,
Heels on Stars.
He's on that wrestling show.
Yeah, he plays the older brother, the owner of. Yeah,
it's too bad because this movie destroyed his career, like, forever. Yeah. Like, we didn't see him again for 20 years. And
good-looking guy too.
He's a great-looking guy. Oh my god, yeah.
We find out that Alfred is sick. He's probably sick of this butler shit, to be honest, but there's something else. He's looking all fucking,
weird scene to me. Yeah, strange.
Yeah, they had to set that up. They had to throw that in there, and they're like, oh, what's going on with Alfred? Fucking dogs. B&R are en route to Gotham Art Museum, where Mr. Freeze, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Austrian prince himself,
again, a hot take. I think this Mr. Freeze armor is cool. I like the gun, too. I like the sounds that it makes, the gun. I mean, overall, it's a terrible character, but I think it was very modern, like the Robin suit, and even Arnold. I think he's a great choice and with a great look, but the acting is just fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, the acting. His entire script was one-liners.
Especially when he's out of the suit, he looks really cool with all that blue paint on his face. He looks really good, but it's just fucking terrible. Yeah.
It's like the silver. It's like Mad Max when they would spray that shit all over them. Witness me. He's basically turned the art museum into his own personal ice rink. Fucking ice capades in there, you know. They got his goons on ice skates with hockey sticks, and
so ridiculous,
this line when he fucking busts in, he said, "The Iceman cometh."
One of the greatest opening lines ever. The Iceman cometh.
If I was a guard, I'd be like, "Who the fuck is he saying this to, bro?" I'd be like, "I'm here for it."
I got a trivia fact for you here. Mr. Freeze says a total of 27 ice puns throughout this movie.
Oh my! I have like maybe 5 of them in here.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I forgot the big one. I don't remember.
There's a lot of them. So I think the big one, we're getting it to here, but he has one that says, "You're not sending me to the cooler." That was one of them, like one of the big ones in this scene here. Yeah.
Excuse me. He's after diamonds, big ass ones at that. He needs
comically
its power,
large,
his weapons.
like,
he needs, dude, if that diamond, that is a
fucking huge.
That is a massive diamond, dude. That's probably worth millions. He needs it to. I'll find out what he needs it for later. Batman and Robin crash the party, just comically sliding down the Yabba Dabba Doo style.
It's fucking
on
terrible.
This dinosaur.
Even
there's
like
a dinosaur in an art museum apparently.
Yeah. Even like Batman's opening line, he says, "Hey Freeze, I'm Batman." I'm like, can you fucking zhuzh it up a bit, add a little English to it, grab him by the fucking collar, and then say you're Batman, you know? But he's just standing on top of the dinosaur. He's like, "Hey, I'm Batman." God damn it.
If he like fucking jumped down behind him.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Come on, Batman.
He doesn't even do anything to his voice either. George Clooney's just like, "Hey, I'm Batman. What's up? What's up, Victor?" You know?
What's happening? What happens if that mascara runs? That shit is like thick, bro. That shit, they're gonna have like, it's like that semi-pro scene where it gets in their eyes and they start fucking
There was
crying.
a TikTok recently about like making fun of Batman, like how after Batman sees the bat signal, he goes to the bathroom and starts fucking coloring both of his eyes with the black paint. I'm like, dude, you're just so right. Like, how do you fucking put that on real quick? You gotta just fucking
Or you just put a template on like this.
just stick it on. You're fucking in the Batmobile looking in the mirror, just fucking like
The chicks on the freeways and shit.
just fucking come on.
Oh my god.
It's such a good TikTok.
So fucking good. I gotta see that. We gotta send that to me. Big fight ensues, and everyone has ice skates on apparently because we're all playing hockey here. Even the goons have fucking hockey sticks, and they're playing hockey.
But they're
with
like
the
metal
diamond.
hockey sticks. They're pretty cool. But the ye old bat skates, so ridiculous.
I like how they just put their feet up simultaneously,
Yeah.
and then they like
They
click
just-
it, ching, and then here comes the.
But I thought George Clooney had a
So
great line
comical.
here. He looks to Robin. He says, "You get the ice, I'll get the Iceman." I was like, "Oh,
I got that right here.
that's a really cool line."
It was before that. Robin was like, "Hey, it's the hockey team from hell."
Just
Yeah, I guess it is. And then that's when we get Batman, who replies, "You get the ice. I get the ice."
it's a great deliver from Clooney. I get the Iceman.
I didn't get that. And obviously, that's not something you don't get.
Yeah,
until
right, that's
older,
what- yeah.
because ice is slang for
Yeah.
jewelry, for diamonds.
I mean, I guess we should have known because the early 2000s, that era of hip hop and rap was called the Ice Age, Myles, because all the rappers were getting fucking big ass chains and shit. I'm like, yo, that's fucking tight, dude. The Ice Age? Are you kidding me? Early 2000s rap, the Ice Age is the greatest era.
Wow. Yeah, I'm here for it.
We
Damn,
lived
I'm
through
gonna
the
start
Ice
using that
Age,
now.
bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a playlist now. I'm gonna make my playlist.
Yeah, totally,
for
dude.
the
Yeah.
Ice Age.
Let's collab on a playlist, bro.
I love it. Let's share it. Somehow we end up on a spaceship, on Mr. Freeze's spaceship. What
You
was
did
this
forget
for?
the best quote. You forgot the best quote here when he said, "What killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
The Ice Age," and he fucking freezes that
that's the one
dinosaur.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
that's the big one. I think that's probably the biggest one in this whole movie. Probably my favorite quote in this whole shit.
What killed the... Dude, that's the one we quote all the time.
Yeah,
I forgot
the
it.
Ice Age. Yeah.
God damn it, we say that shit all the time. I've dropped the ball on that one. What was the reason for the spaceship? Do you remember? I don't know
So they were gonna
spaceship
he was gonna blow it up in the air and then freeze Gotham. Like it was gonna create like an ice age over Gotham or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
right. Yeah, I guess.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, they're on a spaceship. I can't even begin to explain how bad this whole like Silver Surfer CGI scene after they blow up the
Yeah.
spaceship, which is what he wanted, right?
I think they were trying to get it higher, or he was trying to get it higher. I don't know, but yeah, blowing it doesn't seem like a good idea either. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it doesn't until he finished.
Hey.
What is Robin? I forgot what Robin said.
He says, "Surf's up!"
Surf's
and
up.
they
They
fucking
both
jump through the
kick
thing.
the
Honestly,
doors,
dude,
and
when I
they're
was a kid, that was hype as fuck. That was my Avengers Endgame portal scene. I was like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen when I was a kid. Ridiculous now, obviously, but I was so into it when I was a kid. Using a door as a surfboard?
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was into the scene like immediately after that part where Mr. Freeze is diving down.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's shooting into that smokestack, his ice beam.
Yeah, that's
And it just dropped.
cool.
I was like, "Oh shit, that was pretty dope." After Batman grabs his wings and then Mr. Freeze unclips him and then he just that part was sick. I love that part. But then just looking at the scene again, it's looking at it on like good quality. It's like, wow, yeah, it's hard to get away with.
I like the effect though that the ice gun makes, where like it looks like it's like it looks like the ice is like going backwards on the person and it freezes them. It's really cool, but yeah, it's poorly executed, really.
Poorly. The choreography needs some work. You can definitely tell like it's not them doing this shit. It's none of them doing this shit. They cut a lot. They cut away a lot, especially in all the fighting scenes. It's a little over the top. Anyways, Robin gets hit with the freeze ray after they chase him into that smokestack, and Mr. Freeze says, "Stay cool, bird boy."
Bird boy.
Bird boy. And then he tells Batman, "What are you going to choose, the boy or the diamond?" Or something like that. I like when he freezes the hole again, then he just like
he's like, "Bye bye." But I love that little ice, that little heating gun. I'm like, that's awesome to have. You get an instant hot tub wherever you're at. If you just, just put it in the bath or whatever.
Fuck, I wanted this coffee hot, and you just pull that fucking shit out.
Great sound too that it makes, but
yeah, it just seems not practical. It should be like a little pen.
Just all the tools that they pull out of this, just out of nowhere. It's like, where do you keep that on your belt?
Yeah, there's no fucking slots.
Like Robin, where he's climbing the spaceship thing, he gets the bat sticky things and he starts climbing. I'm like, where did you keep that?
Up his ass. We're introduced to Dr. Isley, aka Poison Ivy.
Hello, my goodness, Uma. It's been a Uma weekend for me, honestly. Gattaca and this, just
oh wow, Gattaca. Yeah. That's right. I fucking love Gattaca. We catch her talking her into her fucking recorder, saying some nonsense bullshit about her experiments and how Doctor I forget his name. I don't remember. I put Doctor. I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't remember. But that guy, that actor, plays the Riddler in that Batman animated series. He's the voice of the Riddler.
Oh,
yeah, iconic voice. Then, yeah.
Nice little trivia fact there. I didn't know that. She's creeping on Bane being born essentially, with the doctor strapping him to a table in front of all these I don't know what to call
I guess like war generals or something, warlords.
Yeah,
I don't
from
know.
like different countries to show them with his mixture of venom, steroids, vitamins and minerals or whatever the fuck. He creates the super soldier known as Bane, the Bane of humanity.
Bane of humanity. I like that line, but honestly, dope. I think all this Bane stuff was pretty cool. Like, I like this scene. Terrible execution, but I've always liked the pressing of the button and then all the fucking shit going through him. I thought it's really
just
cool.
So comical to me, just looking at this, where he's got the big thing that says Venom on it, and
with the skull and crossbones on it.
it's so kiddie. Like, I'm like, oh.
But this Bane is just he's just way too thick. Like, you gotta hit the Stairmaster, pal. Like, it just hashtag stop the Bulk 2022. He's too big.
Stop. After he fucking turbocharges Bane breaks free from his restraints, throwing goons everywhere, and I don't know. Remember, because I have right here where it's just. I'm jumping right to Doctor. I don't remember. Decides to kill Isley.
Right. Yeah. And then it just kind of stops before, like, after he kills her. Like, he like pushes all the chemicals on her, and then it just like cuts
yeah. He decides to push her. He decides to kill her by pushing chemicals on her. IV origin story complete. We learn that Freeze's wife is dying and or dead. We don't know really like what.
Oh, that's right, because he falls into the thing and he's like,
and he's we find out that he's a scientist that fell into a tank of really cold fluid. So, and he came out all gray.
That easy, yeah.
That easy, and he has to stay. He has to stay in a cold suit. Oh shit. He has to stay in a cold suit.
In a cold environment.
I keep getting these fucking notifications. Get away! Silence. He gets to stay in this cold suit so that way he doesn't fucking overheat or whatever, you know. That's where the cold suit comes in, the metal one. And it's powered by diamonds. Go figure.
I don't know about the science of that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't either. You know, I'm gonna have to check that. Isley, wait, he's a scientist, yada yada yada. He's trying to work on a cure for his wife. She has what's called Conor McGregor syndrome.
He's got McGregor syndrome.
McGregor syndrome. I'll fuck him up.
You don't know him. You don't know him.
You don't know him. We cut back to Dr. Isley, and she done glowed up. She comes out of the ground.
Dude, and this middle transition before she goes full poison ivy did something to me as a young lad. All right, it changed my life forever, and I think I've been chasing women like Uma Thurman ever since. Honestly, those tall, like, women are my weakness. It's like Dexter's like story as a child. You know, his origin story, like making a serial killer moment. Except this is like my, you know, making a fucking. An incel moment. This is like, can you imagine me and a Uma Thurman type? Like, are you kidding me?
Inshallah.
An Uma Thurman type? That's all I gotta say. An Uma Thurman type from this. Oh, I can't even imagine. Yeah.
Oh my god,
it imprinted me as a child.
Yeah. That was every single Uma Thurman scene. I got goosebumps, bro. I was like, yeah, this is where it all started, you know?
When she kisses that old fucking disgusting man, I'm like, I get the Arnold fist all the time. The hey Arnold, not Arthur. Yeah, Arthur the aardvark. I'm like this. I'm like, I can't fucking believe this. Should have been me.
Isley explains to the doctor that her blood has been replaced with aloe, lips filled with venom, and skin with chlorophyll, more like borophyll.
Hey,
and to which I don't know much. I don't know what chlorophyll. I just know that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and that's it. Okay, I know photosynthesis. I know aloe is good for burns.
I don't know.
And so and
I just know she can kiss me anytime.
He kisses the
worth
doc,
the risk, yeah.
And he dies.
If this is how I go out, that's how I go out. I'm totally fine, yeah.
I'd be like, I can't. My lips are chapped. Can you kiss?
Even as a 5-year-old boy, I'm like, I'm ready to take that risk. Go ahead.
Soul out.
Go ahead and kiss me. I'm ready for it. You know, I'm ready to die for
so it. Kiss me.
God, now you're bringing it back 90s. Wow. I don't know the fucking words.
I don't know either, but I just know the sound it makes
when it kisses you.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to put that in the playlist tonight. All right, back at Freeze's Ice Palace, Vivica, for whatever reason, makes a cameo as an ice whore.
Might have been before the Fox. I don't know what her maiden name was, but the Fox came from Rick Fox from the Lakers. So I don't know. Might have been just Vivica at this point. Vivica A. I don't know.
Yeah, she's looking. Even though she was all like,
she looks great.
Weird costume. I like in this scene before that though. They're all his goons are fucking freezing, and they have the frozen meals. TV dinners,
dude, and fucking Arnold. They painted all of his cigars white and blue so he could smoke them for real. I'm like, dude, that's fucking sick. That is such a dope request. You're like, hey, I want to smoke stogies, so you better put it into my character.
I was gonna say that's in his contract. For sure. You know that's a box of Cubans on set.
Stogies. Okay. He said, Maria, where the hell are my stogies?
Where the hell are my stogies?
Vivica.
I said we get a cameo of Vivica as an ice whore, but Freeze is spoken for. He says,
good for
back
him,
off,
man.
wench. Yeah, he says, my lady's in the other room. You're not, she can hear us. Okay, she's dead. She's dead, not deaf.
Vivica grabs his junk and he's like, what have you been feeding this thing? And then
what do you think about that?
Blondes. Been feeding it blondes.
Protein powder and shit. He needs diamonds to power his cold suit, and he needs a big one to power a weapon that he plans to use to freeze Gotham and hold it for ransom. So that way he could continue his research to save his wife. I mean, like, bro, just ask Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Bruce got money, you know? Bruce is all about the people.
I mean, that's always been the charm about Mr. Freeze, though. He's always been that kind of, like, anti-hero. Like, he's always been doing things for a good cause, but just not doing it correctly, so...
I bring that up later, when Ivy's at the observatory.
You lie!
Because, like,
that part,
these villains, the older we get, I'll just say it now, the older we get, the more I sympathize with these villains, because it's, like... The good ones aren't about, like, the good ones being, like, their plans aren't about, like, world domination. It's about, you know, an ulterior motive. Maybe they're not going about it the best way, but, like, Thanos was right.
I mean, there's a reason why in the animated series, like, he had his own movie with Mr. Freeze. I think it's called, like, Heart of Ice or whatever. It's, like, it's really good. So, yeah, go check that out. He's probably one of the best Batman villains.
The older one, right?
Yeah, the old animated series,
His wife, we find out she's in a like back to tank of some sort or whatever. She's pickled or something. You know, he for sure jerks it in. He's like,
dude, I was about to say, she's like, it's just you gotta hire cleaners to clean that glass daily. So they're just shooting fucking ice shards out of it.
I was gonna say shooting icicles at it,
but it's like crushed ice coming out of the tips.
God, of cubes. Imagine. Oh, jeez. We're introduced here to back at Wayne Manor, Barbara, who is Alfred's niece.
Alicia Silverstone. Alicia Silverstone. My cornerstone to her is Clueless from back in the day, also a 90s. Yeah, I used to watch that all the time with my mom. But also starring another childhood crush of mine, Brittany Murphy. Which rest in peace, but yeah, she was also one of my crushes.
They were the blondes.
Yeah,
her and Reese Witherspoon back in the day.
Yeah. Heather Graham as well. Austin Powers. Oh Jesus.
Oh my God, dude.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started, because I'll finish. Okay, so I put here hot. She's sneaking. After she introduces herself and everything, Dick's all like,
yeah, he was all over that. He's like, oh baby.
Yeah, he's like, here we go. And
he was like fucking Ricky Bobby in that Talladega Nights. He's like,
oh my,
please be 18.
Please be 18. Oh yeah, when she shows her.
He's like, oh, please be 18.
She's like, she goes to school in England, jolly old England, as at Oxford or something.
Yeah,
I
in the computer science program, which in the 90s, come on, what are you doing? You're fucking using Microsoft Word for the first time. Come on, what are you doing in the 90s in a program like that?
What did you do in class today? We learned how to open a Word document.
I learned how to restart the computer. How about that, Uncle Alfred?
Restart the computer. I learned what a CD is. CD's nuts.
Hey.
She's sneaking out the house like a fucking kid still. You know?
Yeah.
Is she an adult? Come on. Just walk out the front door and be like, oh, I'll be back later.
Yeah.
But I get it. She steals the bike. You know,
she's a good girl to Uncle Alfred, but she's a bad girl to
she's a
Dick.
bad girl to Dick. She's a dick to dick. Anyways, we get her, and then we're back with Bane and Ivy arriving at Gotham Observatory. Bane just what the fuck is he driving?
He's also wearing the hat.
The little fucking hat, like
what the fuck is that gonna do?
When she tells him we need to go to Griffith Observatory and step on it, he says, "Grr."
He says, "Stab,
stab." Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so comical. How the fuck can this idiot drive? Come on, how's he fitting there? That's like Shaq fitting in a smart car. Come on, that ain't gonna happen. And we see Ivy bust out her wig so she can fucking be Miss Greenpeace over here. She kind of has a point though. This is where I was going back to my point about being right. You know, she's what she wants to do. You know, we're destroying this earth. You know, we gotta gotta save the plants, the animals. And he's like, and Bruce is like, the people come first. I'm like, fuck. People.
I mean, if I would have gone back in time, if I would have gone back in time and tell my 4-year-old self, like, hey, you're gonna be having titty sweat in February, so you better do something now about it. It's like, I'd be like, oh shit, we gotta fucking fix this world. Like, what's going on? Why do I have titty sweat in February? That's not right. But we're also introduced to Bruce Wayne's girlfriend, played by Elle McPherson, who's just, she's a delight.
All legs.
She's a delight with that pink dress on.
Dude, when she's standing up there, I'd be like,
I get a trivia fact here. In an interview, the cast members were asked what item from the filming they would like to take home. Arnold Schwarzenegger said he would like to take home Mr. Freeze's armor. Uma Thurman said she just wanted Ivy's floral throne at the end of the movie. Elle McPherson said she just wanted a cap or something from the movie's logo before anyone else. And George Clooney said he wanted Elle McPherson. I was like, hey, and he probably got it too. That fucking old sailor.
Yeah, he was
really good looking. So I'm sure something happened.
He was dashing. Dashing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my whole little monologue about the fucking them making sense. Like, I have a point. I get Ivy's point. We're fucking.
But you also get Batman's point too, where Bruce Wayne's like, well, as that might be true, but people come first. Still, I'm like, okay, I get it.
No, I get it. You know, and you got to find a compromise here. Like, somebody compromise with her. You know, he
that's true, because Bruce Wayne was like, no, we're doing nothing. Like, at least try.
Yeah. He said, you know how many people will die? And be like, you know.
Yeah, meet halfway. Come on. He's just like, nope, get out of here.
You see how crowded it is in Gotham, dude? Come on. We're back at wait. I think I skipped the part here. Oh, I lost my spot. Here we go. So we find out that the heart of Isis, inshallah, is Freeze's next target. It's a setup by Batman and Robin to catch Freeze at this what is this, costume party? Not costume party.
It's like a charity event. Like a charity ball.
He's donating these diamonds to somewhere, and it's basically a setup to catch Freeze because he needs the diamonds.
And we also saw that wedding video, right? He was watching that wedding video while he was kind of like stroking himself at home. But the only thing I want to take away from that is the video footage looks exactly like old episodes of The Bachelor. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but like he's like putting the necklace around her, and the lighting is like perfectly like The Bachelor, where it's like overhead and it's like warm.
Man, you can see like more attention.
And you can see like all like the dark wood in the back. Like, it looks exactly like The Bachelor. It's pretty crazy.
That's a rose.
It looks like the rose ceremony, like where they're all standing around. Like, it looks exactly like
old
that.
episode.
Yeah, like the old episodes, but you know,
have to
just a little Easter egg. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be anything like The Bachelor, but it looks like it.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what their inspiration inspo.
That's how they met. Yeah,
that was their inspo. You know. And she introduces her whole. She makes her entrance, Ivy, and she.
Life-changing for young men back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This was the scene. This is my favorite scene in the movie. You had me at gorilla
where
glove
the
off.
gorilla was doing like this.
Yeah, I was like, all right. I was doing that a little bit. My seat was like, all right, here we go.
I can see you just in the crowd with a drink, just like, hell yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Those lips don't lie. And she finally just takes off her her whole suit, and she's standing there cross-legged at the top, and she is just looking like a dime plus 9. I don't know. And it is.
You're a dime plus 99.
Oh my god. She's looking fine as hell. She does that little drop. First she seduces like the whole crowd. She does like her little pheromone thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm there for it.
What that smell like? Yeah.
I'm trying to sniff the TV over here. Just. Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm in.
I'm like blowing O's with the
ghosting it.
Like pink O's. They're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, baby. Like that. She ends up coercing everybody into fucking giving her the diamonds. So she has a diamond. She puts the heart of Isis.
That's right.
Around her neck, and she's rocking the shit.
Looks like the fucking thing from Titanic. This necklace.
Then we get Freeze crashes the party, and he proceeds to tell everybody, "All right, everyone, chill." And then he's just shooting everybody.
Everyone, chill. Yeah.
And he's shooting the gun at everybody.
Also, Batman whips out the Bat card at one point when they're like fighting over. They're like 1 million, 2 million, and he whips out the Bat card. Never leave the cave without it.
I remember that. Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
So stupid. The Bat card.
It just gives you away. So we find out that the pheromone thing doesn't work.
Oh yeah, actually, kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, pheromone used to heat a man's blood.
A man's blood. Yeah.
Doesn't work on the cold-hearted.
On the cold-hearted. Very cool.
And so he just grabs the diamonds and she's
plant
like,
girl,
just like this. She sits her chest out
again with the necklace, with the just fucking yanking it off. I'm like, easy, man. You can never put that. Man. Yeah, you can never use the hook on that necklace ever again. You just broke it.
I like after he grabs it, and then he's walking back to his fucking his vehicle, and he's just cool party, and he puts a thumbs up, and he just fucking dips.
He also calls her, "Are you plant girl?" or whatever.
Or yeah, Ivy lady or something
Ivy
like
lady.
that. Lady Ivy. Yeah, the little names that he has for her. That's cute. Batman, I just kind of skipped through this little chase scene here. Batman ends up catching Freeze.
Yeah, I actually like that shot though, where he like pulls the cape off of Mr. Freeze and he kind of just stands there. I'm like, that's actually a pretty cool shot. Yeah.
Yeah. After he dives through the window.
Yeah.
The front window.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He shuts down the Robin bike or whatever, and then Robin just looks in the air, just yelling at nothing.
I know.
Like, what are you doing? It's embarrassing, man. Stop.
I think it's
embarrassing. Stop that.
I do like. Okay, so this reminds me of something I do like about this movie. I really like how throughout the city, you see all these statues.
Yeah,
of like
that's when they're going off like the fingers of the statue. It's
like,
cool.
And you see like,
oh yeah, he's like this, right? Like,
yeah, he's like that, and then off in the back you see that chick, that the famous chick that has like the garb, and then she's holding something up, not like Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
But like older. Anyways, it's cool. I like how just massive it looks.
Again, that's like that old
interweaved into the architecture.
That's like that old like Art Deco shit, like that old what's that BioShock shit? You know what I mean? Yeah,
I love that.
It's totally like BioShock City. Yeah.
Rapture, love it.
Yeah.
That's like one of my all-time favorites.
If you like that,
aesthetics.
if you like that aesthetic, go watch. It's on HBO Max now. That Nightmare Alley with Bradley Cooper. Dude, there's so many set designs that I'm like, fuck, dude. If my house looked like that, it's all Art Deco, like all the decorations in that, dude. Yeah, you should go watch it.
I'm there for that, dude.
It's like the first time I ever noticed something like that. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. I like the art direction. It's all Art Deco shit. It's awesome.
God, if I had the money for that, I would love to do it. You know, just make it modern though. You know, LEDs and shit like that. Oh, I'm in. So Batman catches Freeze, and Freeze is transported to Arkham in a fucking refrigerator. Did you see this thing? They just took the freezer portion off, and it's a fridge. It's literally a fridge that they're wheeling him in on a dolly into his cold room.
And we get some cameos here. The prison guards. Yeah, we get Jesse, the body Ventura, and the other guys. The fucking let me put a nipple on that for you. Which all three of those guys are bodybuilders, so I'm sure like they were all just working out at the gym, and then Arnold was like, "Hey, you want to come to my movie? You want to be in the movie?"
Dude, they're both taller than him too.
Yeah, they're both pretty big. Yeah, they're huge. Yeah.
Like fucking the other guy, the German beer fest guy.
Oh yeah,
he's taller than him.
Yeah.
Dude, and Arnold's already like 6'3", right?
Yeah.
Or
I don't know. I think he might be like 6'2" or something, but yeah.
He's probably 6'2".
Yeah.
He's getting shorter now. It was perfect. I love the refrigerator. I loved it. I loved how it transported him. He's at Arkham Asylum now, and we go back, and Dick can't keep his dick in his pants here. That's what I got.
No! Yeah,
he wants Barbara, and so she's sneaking out. He's following her. They both enter into this pointless street bike racing.
It's fucking terrible. This whole thing.
This is like in Charlie's Angels.
We get that. Is it this part though? We get that cameo from Coolio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, so Coolio. Yeah. Coolio was actually supposed to be Scarecrow. If they were gonna do it, they were supposed to do another movie. He was gonna be Scarecrow in it. So I don't know.
Just keep his head there. They just probably looked at his head like,
I don't know what they would have done with that, but it's a weird choice. They probably
heard him act, and they were like, oh, God, keep my mouth shut next time. We get the stupid bike racing scene. He saves her. She doesn't suck him off, so he drops her. No, he saves her.
Terrible.
And just pointless dialogue, pointless racing scene. Ivy and Bane break Freeze out of Arkham. Nothing more, nothing less. B&R find Freeze's hideout and his pickled wife. Bane and the Bat fight on a walkway. It seems to be a recurring theme. If you notice that, like Bane and Batman were on that little
thing, and
they were
shit!
fighting, just like
fucking
Rises.
Yeah, wow.
Like, that's cool, I guess. I like that.
Yeah,
but that's cool. It. And then Batman and Robin fight over Ivy, and it's a mess in there, dude. It's a mess in that scene. Ivy and Freeze escape, but not before Ivy kills Mr. Freeze's wife by
that's right, kicks
the plug.
Yeah.
Or she played Freeze. She's played him like a fucking fiddle, you know.
And he said, "You lie."
She pinned the murder on Batman.
You lie.
And
but I do like that scene. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool though, and it like kind of like freezes away.
Turns into,
like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Blows away. I love it. She's a cold-hearted bitch. I love it. Ivy and Freeze world domination is underway, and and Freeze says, "Adam and evil."
I forgot about that part. It's terrible. I was so tuned out by this. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm done. Hurry up! I can't stand this fucking movie."
It kind of just it really gets condensed here. It gets real condensed here. We find out that Alfred has got the same shit. He's got that Conor McGregor syndrome, like Freeze's wife had, but just not as bad.
Not a real disease, by the way. A made-up disease for this movie.
Who's McGregor? I wonder who.
I don't know. It's like one of the creators. Dying. Yeah, it was named after one of the creators or whatever. But
he's still dying, but Freeze allegedly has a cure for this early onset McGregor syndrome. Where you just talk like this.
Stage 1.
Like this, and then when you're in fucking Freeze's wife state, you're talking like this, and you're fucking trying to start fights. That was terrible. That was terrible. Ivy seduces Gordon into giving her the keys to Gotham Observatory.
So dumb.
I don't know. Her and Freeze plan on using the telescope to bounce off of all the satellites that he has around the world to freeze the world. Freeze Gotham first.
Yeah.
Bane and Freeze take over the observatory after hours. And we get this great line from Freeze that says, "If revenge is a dish best served cold, then put on your Sunday finest and feast."
That's a pretty good one. I
like that line.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I like that line. I want to do some Count of Monte Cristo revenge type shit and say that. Barbara is Batgirl. Surprise. Alfred gives her the little fucking CD-ROM.
Yeah, she's a computer science student, and she's like trying all these weird passwords like Alfred or fucking
Wayne.
Pennyworth, Wayne. Yeah, I'm like, come on, what kind of fucking computer science student are you? Are you
Did
stupid?
You see the fucking password?
Peg. Three letters? Come on, man.
Worst password I've ever seen, dude.
Honestly,
Alfred,
it's so cheesy and it's dumb, but I'm such a sucker for that computer, the computer screen being projected onto the person's face when they log in. Like, it's such a 90s, like, trope to use, but I've always liked the way that look. It brings me back to old 90s movies all the time, yeah.
It reminds me of like Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Barbara's Batgirl. Batman and Robin go into Ivy's lair. She kind of like takes them both out, but then Batgirl comes in and saves the day, and we get some girl on girl action.
But her little throne thing, like this movie and Jumanji gave me such an irrational fear of big flowers when I was a kid. Like, I thought they were like going to eat you up when I was a kid. So I used to be so scared of big flowers.
Like Audrey from fucking Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, that too.
Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. You think
we get the old bat saw in this as well, where like Batman gets like caught up and he uses the little saw with the bat.
It was like a weed whacker too. It was just like a weed whacker. Excuse me. And this whole last scene here, where Freeze is freezing all of Gotham now. He's set up his diamond powered device into the telescope, and he's starting to freeze Gotham. People where they're standing in their cars in the phone booth, and they have 11 minutes to save them. Otherwise,
and there's one Asian doctor there, and guess what his name is? Dr. Lee. Exactly. Yes. It's like, God damn it, man! Can you be creative?
You got Whoopi Goldberg there too.
It does look like Whoopi Goldberg.
So now we got Batman, Robin, and Batgirl.
There was a line, I don't know if it's in this fight, but we do get one final kind of pun here. He says, "Let's kick some ice." I was like, okay, all right, I'll take that one last one for the road. Yeah.
This whole final fight scene,
They also get new suits at the end here, which I kind of like. I kind of think the Batman one is a little fire. It has like silver trim like on the face, and like the bat symbols like all silver. Like the what's her name? Batwoman, terrible. All of her suits look shit. The Robin looks okay, like it's like a silver mask, but Batman looks pretty cool with the silver trim.
It's Batgirl, remember?
Oh shit, that's right. He's like, that's not very PC. It should be Bat Person. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I forgot about that part.
Shut up, George.
When after she saves them from Ivy, she's like, Bruce, it's me.
She's like, it's me.
Barbara.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, dude.
Dick's like, oh, we gotta change those locks.
He's like, I guess we have to kill her now. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I fucking hate this.
So Bruce is like, we'll kill her later. We have stuff to do.
That's not very PC. Bat Person, Batwoman. I was like, oh my god. Even back in early 2000s, I just gotta bring that kind of stuff up. That's great. Cool.
I'm not getting into detail here.
No.
Freeze and Bane, they get curb stomped. They reverse the damage done to the city. They heat them up. They heat people up with the ray within the 11 minutes. So now everybody's going back to their usual business. They're just all soaking wet. Batman then reveals that his wife is that Freeze's wife is still alive.
Oh yeah, we whips out the little fucking thing too, right? And then he shows her Poison Ivy kicking the plug.
Yeah,
he's just laying there. He's just like. So tough.
This is the part I remember the most, like besides the Ivy scene, when he.
Honestly, I think his last speech is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a good speech.
Yeah, I didn't really go through the speech, but he's basically telling him that he's got her still, and you can continue your research.
Yeah. And he's like, well, you helped me save another life or whatever. Because he knows that, Mr. Freeze is only doing it to save his wife's life. So he knows he's not a really bad guy. But yeah, it's a good little speech at the end there.
Like the part where he pops out like...
Dude, they look cool as fuck.
Yeah. Dude, I loved those. That's awesome. So much. Yeah. I loved it when I was a kid. I was like...
And call me in the morning. Call me in the morning.
Freeze gives him the cure to save Alfred.
He's like, Alfred, I've got your cure here. Let me put two glow sticks into your fucking IV. This will fix you up right away.
That'd be funny if it was just poison. It made it worse.
Tricked you. I got you.
I got you. Alfred is cured. Ivy gets her shit pushed in at Arkham by Freeze.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, dude, that scene was dope, dude. Where he like lights up in the dark and he's like, I forgot. I think he has another ice punter. He's like, I'm your new cellmate or whatever. That's pretty cool.
She's like, she looks so. She's like, she bites the last petal that rose. And
hot.
She looks. I was like.
But yeah, him lighting up in the dark where you can't see anything except for the LEDs. I'm like, that's fucking sick. It's like, it's good in for a cold winter or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, okay. I got it.
The Bat Gang team up, and we get this little slow motion run at the end.
A classic Schumacher series trope, by the way, because this is also in the Val Kilmer movie where they're just running like towards the camera. I always like that. It's super cheesy and it's terrible, but I actually really like that. But
I know you do. You're all about that.
I like the cheesy shit, but
that's the end.
That is the end. I mean, obviously we got to rank this, right? Where are we going to rank this in terms of all the Batman movies? I mean, it's clear. It's not even close. Yeah. What about the Batman, though? Do you think it's actually better than the Bale series? Because this is going to be an interesting ranking.
What?
Robert Pattinson's Batman.
It's hard to say because there's so much of Christian Bale's Batman and Christopher Nolan's Batman. There's 3 movies worth. There's so much content there. There's so much to
How about in terms of all the movies that we watched, where would you rank the Batman?
My list is different than yours, obviously, because...
yeah, it's going to be different. But I'll start here. So I still think The Dark Knight is still the best Batman movie. Even after watching The Batman with Robert Pattinson, I still think... It even... Actually, honestly, watching the Pattinson Batman gave me a new perspective on the Nolan series. I'm like, the Nolan series is just that fucking good. Like, they're still not beating that, even though this is as good as it is. It still hasn't beat the Nolan series for me. So I still think it's Dark Knight. It's going to be the Batman, and then the rest of the Nolan series, and then of course the end is Batman and Robin. But I still think the Dark Knight is the best Batman movie of all time. It's like not even close.
Yeah.
Actually, it is close, but I still think it's the best.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna steal that. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Except my two are swapped.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just the swap there. But I actually want to talk about the next series we're going to be doing. Okay. I think we should take next week off, and we could do another one because we're going to be pretty busy next weekend, right? So the weekend after, though, I do want to start our Deadliest Warrior series. So we're going to start it off with King Arthur, right? With Clive Owen, King Arthur. Then we're gonna watch 300 after that, and then it's gonna be Troy, and then the Gladiator. Baby. So that's gonna be our Deadliest Warrior series. That's what we're gonna be doing next. So I'm very excited for that. But Myles, give them the plugs of where they can find our podcast, and we're out of here for today.
All right. SortaInteresting.com. That's where you can find this podcast, all of our podcasts from the past. We just wrapped up this Batman series. Go check out the other 3 movies.
It's been a fun series, Myles. I had a lot of fun with it.
Nolan series. Yeah. I mean, these are great movies.
Very fun.
Except aside from this one. We kind of needed this one. We needed to ground ourselves here with this one, okay? And give us a little nostalgia kick. I'm glad we ended up doing this one. YouTube.com/sortainteresting. All of our links are, by the way, are at the website. Patreon.com/sortainteresting. Twitter.com/sortainteresting, no G. Instagram, at Christian Patam, at Myles Darling. We're on all the podcast app. Go check us out. Leave a comment on YouTube. Let us know you're watching. Subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe. Been stuck at 303 for a while, so get your asses in there and hit that subscribe button.
Nobody's unsubscribing.
Well, don't say that. I don't know. Maybe they are.
Oh, fuck. I hope not.
But that's it. We will see you next time for King Arthur, which I'm a little excited about. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't seen it in a long time either.
So we'll see how it goes. But we'll see you next time. Have an interesting day, everyone.